Questioning Everything with Garrett and Adam.
Gotta be PMA, dude. Positive mental attitude.
Yeah.
Positive mental attitude.
Yeah. No, and I can appreciate it, but I don't appreciate positivity the same. I appreciate objectivity.
Well, you just don't want that shining naivety of it. Everything's cool, man. Like,
That's just it.
Well, so PMA is not like that. Like, the real, true PMA is like, okay, I got fired from my job today. Like, I'm not going to go down a pit of despair, but what can I learn from that? And how can I make a better decision next time? How can I take ownership?
Whereas I'm like, I just lost my job today. What should I drink?
Yes. And that's defeatism.
What should I find?
I'm going to help change that.
What should I find and destroy?
So your motivations to this podcast that's great. That's a good analogy. I just say, wouldn't it be nice to do something you're passionate about for a living and make a healthy, bit of profit? Like, I'm not saying millions of dollars, whatever, but just wouldn't it be cool to pay the bills doing something you love?
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, that'd be great.
So, and just if it ever took off, I'd take you with me 100%. Or you would, I don't know, like, of course, whatever.
I'll edit the Keeping It Real podcast for you.
Okay.
There you go.
No. Keeping it heavy.
Keeping it heavy. There you go.
Which is like, this is the Keeping It Heavy podcast, where we talk about heavy subjects, heavy weights, and heavy metal. Today's guest is Adam Williams.
No, I'm not going to be a guest on that one. I'll be like, I don't lift weights and metal. No, not really.
Metals, it'd be more about it would be more about like heavy topics, like what we're discussing, like just mental health and plant-based healing modalities, and then we'd like to lift weights because they're healthy for us.
Yeah.
What?
Plant-based? You're fully plant-based now, eh?
No, I'm talking about doing ayahuasca to heal trauma.
Oh, okay.
I would like to move into a plant-based diet. Yeah, that's my next move. With, I'm going to eat meat, but just not from... I'm working on it, man. I'm trying to figure it out. Can I go... Should I go to the grocery store and buy the chicken and the steak and all that stuff there? Not after watching Dominion. Oh, holy cow. Would I like to move into like an 70% plant-based diet to reverse a lot of the damage that I've done and just get my meat that's been humanely raised and stuff? Yeah, like, for sure. I just want to be a better... I just want to be I'm a human becoming.
No, yeah. If you aren't, then you're missing out, because that's what everybody is.
And I just think that as an addict and as a person that suffers from mental illness, that like, if you've watched enough documentaries or follow Rich Roll or any Joe Rogan or any of those
did Rogan leave his carnivore diet? Do you know? Because last I heard, he was on a carnivore diet.
I have no idea. I think he's a meat eater. He's just a alpha meat eating. Hunting, fucking whatever.
I can't imagine the carnivore diet would be very good for you.
What's that carnivore? No, it can't.
You literally eat
too
meat.
Much meat is bad, dude. It's not good at all. I really believe a 70%, 70% like superfoods, super veggies versus your 30% meat intake, because it's just too much. It just leaves your blood dirty. You just don't digest it properly. Do you?
I disagree.
There's another podcast.
Well, yeah,
I don't have a lot. This is why I'm saying, like, I'm gonna have to really up my game here to be on a podcast discussing these subjects, because I'm like,
well, I don't think there's anything wrong with a plant-based diet at all. I don't think it matters that much. It matters as far as there's obviously protein.
You can get protein from other places, though, apparently.
Yeah, and as long as you eat eggplant, then you're supplanting yourself the amino acid that is a protein precursor. That's the only other thing missing, except for like B12. But again, you take your B12 vitamins. Yeah. And you're
supplements set alongside a plant-based diet, but there's certain things you don't get from not eating meat, right?
Well, you're set. There's the eating just depends, right? Because you slice up everything a little bit differently, and rather than looking at everything as meat and not meat, you could say look at everything as processed or not processed.
Yeah,
and
totally.
Like there's this one principle that's problematic with diet, and that is that you're cool. It's that if you improve your diet, doesn't matter how you do it. You could go vegan, you could go carnivore, you could go however it is you do it. It doesn't matter. Literally. If you change it, chances are you're going to improve your health, because you're going to do things like instantly you're going to cut out soda. You're going to cut out
like poison.
Absolutely. You're going to cut out processed foods.
More poison.
Yeah, boxed and canned and all that sort of stuff, prepackaged. And by doing so, whether or not you eat carnivore or paleo or keto or vegetal, vegan or vegetarian,
It's all so confusing, man. Like,
quite
there's
frankly,
so many options.
you've cut out the processed and you've cut out the crap. You've cut out binging on cookies and you've cut out drinking cans of soda, and you've actually cut out the bad stuff, and all you're left with is good. Whether or not you eat good plant-based or good meat-based, it doesn't really seem to matter as much as eating good, right?
Yeah, and that goes back to the programming, the like, as humans, we're very we're so habitual that these, like, making these life choices a part of your routine, like rigorous routine,
Absolutely, dude.
it will change your life.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm like really obsessing over right now.
And when we were kids, I don't know if it was the same for you, but when I was a kid, there's like days, right? Like there'd literally be
Days.
like meatloaf day,
Oh yeah,
you know? And then the day after meatloaf day, there was
lasagna,
because there was leftover meatloaf.
shake and bake.
And so you'd use the leftover meatloaf for the lasagna or for the spaghetti or whatever like that, right? So, and it was really quite habitual.
Advertisement loading.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the podcast here, but we got a little bit of an announcement. What's going on, Adam?
Well, everybody should head on over to Patreon and the Questioning Everything Patreon page, where they can show their support by becoming a champion for only $5 per month. The Sophist tier of Patreon gives you not only access to the backstage areas of Discord and the stage area, but allows you to voice chat and text chat in those areas, so you can give us feedback on the show and join the conversation. If you just want to show your support and you don't want to join the Discord, there are a couple tiers for you, or you can join a Discord tier and simply not even use it. It's up to you.
Jeder nimmt sich auf die Fähr.